Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. We're beating the market again, as we expected, for 3 years in a row, 2 to 3x, but now it's time for the inflation report. Core inflation, CPI, get ready for an explosive morning as we prepare to take more profit out of our defensive positions, as we were expecting this, as we prepare for our biggest ever purchase, SpaceX. Now we've made some money, we can speculate a little bit of fun. Maybe we might have to pivot, we might have to adjust, but we'll see. In just a few minutes' time, it is the inflation report. We're going to cover it live. It's going to be big. It's going to be massive. In just exactly 10 minutes from now, it's the inflation report. Everyone, get ready to win and beat the market again. Tap the like button. Have you done that? Have you considered subscribing? Have you done that? Okay, settle down with a nice cup of tea. If you're watching later, you can skip through this, but now get ready for the pain and the fear. The images that show on the screen now are all about a crash, which I'm predicting. It's why I went defensive. It's why I'm winning and beating the market again, and why I think around the corner is the carry trade. Am I right? Well, we'll find out in time, but in the meantime, get ready for this. Tap the like button, have a chat in the conversation, and I'll see you right back. I'll give you a few links if you'd like to join me on Instagram. We've gone viral on Instagram for our very exclusive behind-the-scene content. I'll also give you the links for my live trades, exclusively inside Discord and YouTube Electrum, and exclusively inside Discord, we have our live two-stage events every day, training, one-on-one support. I'll give you all the links. While you prepare for this, you can get logged in and join us this morning for our event on Discord, for our stage event where we discuss, plan our trades. We do them all off air exclusively on Discord. And then after that, I'll be on my walk and talks around the place, behind the scenes, getting ready for what's in between on my Instagram. I'll give you all those links right now, and that is Instagram Premium. That is our subscription service. We only do all that stuff to our premium subscribers, which is just 99 cents. Right, I'll see you back in a minute. Get ready for an explosive morning. It's showtime. Here we go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. The inflation report is 1 minute to go. We're beating the market again, 3 years in a row. We've not just beaten the market, 2 and 3x'd it. And we've been right on all our predictions for 3 years, beating every metric out there. This is my portfolio, up 0.9%, and I'm all out of margin once again. I've used margin, and we are out once again. Now we're preparing to take over SpaceX with the biggest trade I've ever done, exclusively, of course, on Discord for all of my Discordians to see what we're going to do. Look at the market. We got 30 seconds to go. This is the S&P. Year to date, the S&P is up 6.58. If we go to our position and see where we are year to date, our year to date position on the stocks is, wait for it, 23.4, 6, 12, 18, 4x. I beg your pardon. We've beaten the market 4x. Okay, let's get straight into it. The inflation report is 5 seconds away. Stand by for the inflation report.
Some patience with regard to the conflict in the Middle East.
We're on standby.
I think the markets have been
stand by for
optimistic.
it. Any second now, it'll drop. The numbers are Here we go. Inflation is down. Inflation is down. We'll get the numbers. We're ahead of CNBC. Core inflation is down 0.2 from 0.3. Core inflation is the same 2.9 as expected. Inflation report rate month over month is 0.5 as expected. Here we go.
More intensely due to what's going on in the Middle East, and the numbers are hitting the wires. Our May read on the consumer price index comes in exactly as expected, up 0.5%. As of now, I don't see a revision in the rearview mirror to up 0.6, but up 0.5, of course, would be the lightest since it was up 0.3 in February. We came in light. Jan and Feb were 0.2 and 0.3 respectively. It heated up after that. Now, if we look at core on a month-over-month basis, we are less than expected. Up 0.2, we're expecting up 0.3, and that is half of the rear view mirror, which was up 0.4. That equals where we were in Feb and March. To find a smaller number, you're going all the way back 1 year, basically, to May of last year. Now, let's look at the year-over-year perspective. 4.2 is the year-over-year. We were talking about that on the show earlier, Becky. 4.2 expected. That's what we received. However, that's not necessarily good news. It matched expectations because in the rearview mirror was 3.8%. 4.2 would be the warmest since April of 23. Now, in my opinion, year-over-year core is probably the most important number, exactly as expected, 2.9. But once again, it's still hotter than last month's 2.8. 2.9 would be the warmest since 3% in September of last year. Quickly, the index that goes back to 1913 comes in at 335. Why do I mention that? Because it's another new all-time high. After 100 and X years, we are now continually almost on a month-over-month basis moving up on the index. And if you look at the core index, same scenario except for 336. This started in 57, once again a record. You know what? I think we need to also look at real average hourly earnings. Year over year, they came in minus 0.7. And the reason I'm looking at these, because last month we turned it negative at minus 0.3, first negative number since Feb of 23. Now this now becomes the most negative number also since Feb of 23, because that was minus 1.1. And if we look at year over year weekly average hourly earnings, same scenario. It turned negative last month at minus 0.2, first time since May of 23. Now it's even more negative at minus 0.4, which equals May of 23. To find a more negative number, you're in April of 23. So the inflation, of course, affecting average hourly earnings both on a weekly and hourly basis. We want to make sure that earnings keep up with inflation. We don't necessarily want them to be much faster. We don't necessarily want to embed inflation in the wage component. That certainly doesn't seem to be happening here. Interest rates, they were really bouncing around a bit. 10-year briefly traded down to 451. It's back to 453, which it was pre-number, and that's up 1 basis point. Back to you.
Great, Rick. Thanks. Steve Leisman joins us now with more. Not
inflation report.
Of, big surprises.
We'll pick some more out of this. Just bear with me.
Rick just highlighted, Steve.
No, but in context, Joe, it's not a bad number, and I say that in context because the overall numbers are not good. The headline number not good, heading to 4.2, and the core number headed to 2.9, not a good number. But inside of that, the fact that we got the 0.2 on the core, remember we were talking about that. That was sort of the key to the thinking at the Fed. I think there's going to be some welcoming of that number. We got there in part through the owner's equivalent rent. That's the proxy for housing costs. Getting back down to normal. Remember, we had the surge last month because we were correcting for the shutdown. Now that was 0.5. Now we're back down to 0.3. That helps. A couple other things I saw is you were flattered by new vehicle prices declining by 0.3%. Not sure why that was. And medical care commodities down 0.7. It's been on a 3-month or a 5-month roll here on those medical care commodities. Food at home also doing a little better. It may be worse to come, Joe. I don't know, because we were talking about the idea that you have this high oil prices. That's come off a bit. These are the worst oil price gains we've had in the 3-month period or the 4-month period now. But the question is whether or not that seeps into others. I think the Fed's going to be cautious here. My question going into this was, is this a number that's going to push other Fed officials through the door towards being concerned about higher inflation and possibly thinking about hiking rates? I don't think so. I think this stops them more at the hold position than it does at the hike position.
Right.
Okay, lovely
For some
stuff.
reason, I was kind of surprised.
There we go.
Guys,
there
it
is.
was only last year in September we hit a core at 3.0.
There is our
mean,
update from inflation report this morning. Let's break all of that down. So we're up. We're beating the market again. 4x the market this year. We've beaten the market 3 years in a row. Every hedge fund, every Wall Street manager, everybody. 4x this year so far. So that wasn't good news. It wasn't going up like I actually thought it would. I was wrong. I said, I think inflation's going to go up. It didn't. Some metrics were, some metrics weren't, but it wasn't an overall increase. However, it wasn't good news. This is not good news. We've still got defensives up. Let's look at the S&P 500. I still stand by what I say. I still believe we're going to have a crash now. We've already got a correction. We're 5% down yesterday from the to the low from the high. That's a correction. So we've already corrected, but I don't think that's the end of it. I still think the crash is coming. Still think the carry trade's coming. I'm still staying defensive. 100% of my position is defensive, and I'm staying there. I think it's the right thing to do. I am, of course, looking to buy into the S&P at the right time. That time is not yet, so I'm not doing that yet. So very, very interesting this morning. It's kind of another wait and see, but we need to see rates coming. We need to see inflation falling faster than this if we want to see rate cuts. We're not like we just heard there from CNBC, I don't take their word for it, of course, I do my own analysis. I don't think we're going to get, and I've said it now for a year and a half, 2026, you'll get no rate cuts. There are no rate cuts, but now there might not be a rate hike either. This is not good for crypto. It's better than a rate hike, of course. That would be sayonara for crypto. But we're not going to get a rate hike at the moment unless some more data changes things. But right now, it's as we predicted for a year and a half, pause in 2026. So I'm all out of my positions. Sensei is just wrapping up his coverage on his show. We have two shows running at the same time. In a few moments, we're going to have a recap of this because Sensei's got 1,000 people just finishing off, about to join us, and we'll recap some of this. But then we'll go through the markets and prepare for what comes next. I'm very pleased that I am in Coca-Cola. It's the right place to be. It's where the money's going to go. But also what we're going to discuss now is about SpaceX. So let me show you what we're going to do. This is happening on Friday. Now, what we're doing is we're going to go live from midnight. This is SpaceX IPO, trading all in. You're going to see me trade live on SpaceX. Now, all of my setups, all of my targets, my information, what I'm doing will be exclusively on YouTube. Sorry, I beg your YouTube Electrum and Discord. We have a Discord community. It's only a couple of bucks if you'd like to be part of it. And there will be no sharing my trades anywhere else for clicks and stuff like that. We're not sponsored by anyone. We are a private community, always beating the market, always winning. So on Discord will be all of my trades. Now, we're going to cover this from midnight. Everybody else will be asleep. Everybody else will cover it in the morning. I'm going to be up all night, sleeping bag in the studio, staying in here because I'm going to be following all the news throughout the night. That's where the real money will be made. Throughout the night, the repositioning will be done before it even goes live. You'll see me on the phones, calling up the banks, calling up institutions. I'm not going to sleep. I'm going to be up all night through it and preparing for the IPO in the morning. All in, $100,000, but I'll share with you all of my trades and everything else on Discord. Now, if you want behind the scenes for the event, you can get behind the scenes on the event with with Instagram. I have an Instagram Pro subscriber account. We are the big boys now on Instagram. Here we go. If you'd like to join me on Instagram, it's 99 cents to be part of the behind the scenes. I don't share my trades there. That's Discord. But if you want behind the scenes live conversation and video from behind the studio, that's where you get all that information from. Right. We're about to, I think Sensei's just wrapping up his show. His numbers are just starting to fall now. People are starting to come across. So what we're going to do in a couple of seconds, we're going to recap what we've just covered for his audience, because we want to go through it again and look at those numbers in more detail and see where we go. All right. So while we're waiting, we've got a few moments. Let's look at all the markets. Let's see where we are. So we're beating the market. That's inevitable. We've been doing that now for 3 years. Okay. We're 4x the market this year. Not bad. Look, my position. Look at that. This is including crypto, 20.5%. Take out crypto, we're 21, 22%, 4x the market this year. Very nice indeed. So we're up, we're making money, we've paid our margin off, we're in a very, very strong position now. The market can crash and we win, the market can boom, we win, and we've got all that money now to buy SpaceX. The S&P is down. It's tried to go up, but I think the market now has had enough. I don't think we can go much higher with the S&P. I'm not buying it here. Still expect a major pullback, at least 10%, if not a 50% crash. So I'm not piling in to the S&P 500 yet. I prefer to be earning good dividends in our Coca-Cola. Right. It looks to me like Sensei has just wrapped up, which is wonderful. Sensei, great job, by the way, this morning. Let me welcome in all the audience as they come on in. Let's see what they say. Probably say Sensei sent me, I suppose. That's what he likes to play, silly buggers. Anyway, let's go back a little bit. We want to go back to here because we want to do a bit of a recap. And we want to go through those numbers in more detail in a way that wasn't shared on Sensei's show. So slightly different. All right. Okay. Going to get that up now. Once they arrive, just give us a few seconds. The market is, the Coca-Cola is starting to sell off. That's because it's a rotation trade now going into the S&P. But I'm not buying the S&P yet. I'm not selling this as a rotation trade because it wasn't great news this morning. It was okay news, but it wasn't great. It wasn't a go sign for me. Yes, the market is doing what the market does. It's pumping on it, but I am not jumping all over this. It's not for me this morning. I think the inflation was okay, but we want to see inflation falling, and we're not really seeing that. It's not really that much good news. So I'm staying defensive. I don't think it's the right thing to do. Right, let me have a quick look. Do we have Sensei's army in? Have we got anyone from Sensei's show yet? Just tuning in. We've just covered the live data in a different way from Sensei, so we're going to bring it to you. Oh, here we go. Sensei sent me. So let me give you a quick recap of what you just missed. This was a few seconds ago, and we're going to break it down as well, so we can get more out of this for everybody. So this was the moment we covered it, slightly different way, different analysis, and we're going to discuss it and discuss our positions together. Here we go. So let's unmute that a minute. There we go. Here we go. Here we go.
More intensely due to what's going on in the Middle East, and the numbers are hitting the wires. Our May read on the consumer price index comes in exactly as expected, up 0.5%. As of now, I don't see a revision in the rearview mirror to up 0.6, but up 0.5, of course, would be the lightest since it was up 0.3 in February. We came in light. Jan and Feb were 0.2 and 0.3 respectively. It heated up after that. Now, if we look at core on a month-over-month basis, we are less than expected. Up 0.2, we're expecting up 0.3, and that is half of the rear view mirror, which was up 0.4.
That's good.
That equals where we were in Feb and March. To find a smaller number, you're going all the way back 1 year, basically, to May of last year. Now, let's look at the year-over-year perspective. 4.2 is the year-over-year. We were talking about that on the show earlier, Becky. 4.2 expected. That's what we received. However, that's not necessarily good news. It matched expectations because in the rearview mirror was 3.8%. 4.2 would be the warmest since April of 23. Now, in my opinion, year-over-year core is probably the most important number, exactly as expected, 2.9. But once again, it's still hotter than last month's 2.8. 2.9 would be the warmest since 3% in September of last year. Quickly, the index that goes back to 1913 comes in at 335. Why do I mention that? Because it's another new all-time high. After 100 and X years, we are now continually almost on a month-over-month basis moving up on the index. And if you look at the core index, same scenario except for 336. This started in 57. Once again, a record. You know what? I think we need to also look at real average hourly earnings. Year over year, they came in minus 0.7. And the reason I'm looking at these, because last month we turned it negative at minus 0.3, first negative number since Feb of 23. Now this now becomes the most negative number also since Feb of 23, because that was minus 1.1. And if we look at year over year weekly average hourly earnings, same scenario. It turned negative last month at minus 0.2, first time since May of 23. Now it's even more negative at minus 0.4, which equals May of 23. To find a more negative number, you're in April of 23. So the inflation, of course, affecting average hourly earnings both on a weekly and hourly basis. We want to make sure that earnings keep up with inflation. We don't necessarily want them to be much faster. We don't necessarily want to embed inflation in the wage component. That certainly doesn't seem to be happening here. Interest rates, they were really bouncing around a bit. 10-year briefly traded down to 451. It's back to 453, which it was pre-number, and that's up 1 basis point. Back to you.
Right, that's what we covered just a few minutes ago, and I've made my call. I'm staying defensive. I still think the market has a long way to fall. So let's go through and have a little look. If you just tuned in, please do tap the like button. Oh, can I call in? We've got Sensei wishing to be on the show. This is wonderful news. Absolutely great. We're going to bring the two shows together. Yes, indeed. Oh, you got the link already. I was just going to give it to you, but it's obviously working. Fantastic. We got Sensei joining us on the show in just a second. Please stand by, everybody. From the previous show, Sensei has transported himself through space, and he is here with us. Absolutely wonderful. Great to see Sensei back on the show. Let me do a little poll in the chat. I'm going to ask everybody, did you enjoy seeing Sensei live this morning on The Breakfast Show? Let's really show your emotion this morning. Yes or no, not bothered. Let's see it. If you really enjoyed seeing Sensei back on air this morning with us for the breakfast show before the big show with me, the opening bell, say yes in the chat. If no, say no. If not bothered, say not bothered. I'm also going to run a poll here as well. We're going to go for it this morning. Did you enjoy seeing Sensei back on the breakfast show? Okay. Yes. No. Whoops-a-daisy. Yes. No. What a time to have Sensei on the show. Bloody hell. Can you imagine? This could be embarrassing, couldn't it? Oh, that's the way we do things, isn't it? Yes, no, or not bothered. There you go. Let's see it. Light up in the chat. What do you think? And then I'll ask you another question in a second. Tim Rogers is with us this morning. That's nice to see. How are you, Tim? You'll be very glad, mate. I just sold all of my margin, apart from 30 grand. A little bit of pocket change these days. We're beating the market. We made about 30 grand. 13,000 yesterday, 40 grand a couple of days earlier. So we're at all-time highs, and we are very defensive, and we've got all our dividends paying out, but we paid all our margin off, and now we're looking to buy SpaceX with all the money we've made, about $100,000. I'm not going to share too much information because that's reserved for my Discordians exclusively. Right, We're going to bring Sensei on the show. Look at this. We're beating the market again. 4x the market this year. 4x. Last year was 3x. The year before was 2. I told you we'd beat the record. This year it's 4x the market. I know some of you are going, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Well, stand by. We got Sensei coming on. Year to date on the S&P 500 is 7%. Can't make these numbers up. Year to date on the S&P is 7%. Where do we come in? Let's go down here and look at the stocks and shares. My stocks and shares position. Go year to date, 7%. So 28 would be a 4x. 23. The S&P has just gone up a little bit, but a few moments ago, we were 4x in it. We're still 3.5x. Not bad, eh? I think you'll agree we've done pretty good, considering there's no options, there's no shorts, there's no guessing, and there's no gambling. And right now, there's no margin either. Sensei is about to join us, so I think we're in for the Oscars of the stock market. Who's beaten the market 3 years in a row? Those sort of numbers, eh? You tell me by that margin. I don't know anybody. Otherwise, I'll be watching their YouTube channel. The SPCE going down again. They're taking all your money. Palantir, no value here. Gold, what hedge against inflation? Going down. How crazy is that? Amazon down today. Apple flat today. Enphase Energy could start going up. Why? Because now we don't think we're going to get any rate hikes. We're just going to get rate pauses. That's good for Enphase Energy, so it's going up. This is my $100 pick. My $100 pick. Let's have a look at it. There you go. Coca-Cola up today, trimming back a bit. That's why we sold all of our margin yesterday live in Discord. $300,000 trade. Pretty wild. It was actually quite stressful, I've got to be honest. Leah nearly had a heart attack. What? You doing that like for entertainment? I said, yeah, $350,000. Bloody, I don't want to know. J&J Defensive still going up. Chevron Oil still going up. Tesla pushing up now this morning. You can buy Tesla to own SpaceX if you want. Just a little top tip there. McDonald's up but pulling back now. Google going back up again. Why Greg Abel bought it when he did, I don't know. He's no Warren Buffett. That's a fact. Meta Platforms is down today. Nvidia is down. Should I buy some? We've got nearly $1 million to buy some now. Walmart up today. Tilray Brands, it's a joke, no value. Robinhood flat, going down. Vertical Aerospace, everyone's getting the bug again for SpaceX. Get ready. Bitcoin is up 0.7. I'm not buying it here. XRP is up 0.42. I'm not buying it here. Ethereum is up 0.75. I'm not buying it here. Live on the show. Let's bring him on today. It's great to have him on. Let's have a discussion. In fact, I will stop this and start again, make a video out of it. Here we go. I'll do that again. That was rubbish. Inflation report. Time for a deep dive conversation with Sensei. Sensei this morning did our breakfast show, did a deep dive analysis, a fantastic report, as always, from our newsletter, award-winning newsletter. Sensei regularly talks to Michael Burry and ranks #2 bestseller very often on the Substack list, which is the top place for newsletters. He's with us live in the chat this morning. I read through his analysis this morning. It confirmed everything I believed with my portfolio. That's why I'm beating the market again, 3x the market, 3 years in a row. So we're now going to talk to Sensei, the owner and the editor of the newsletter. All the analysis done this morning was spot on. I used it for my own advantage. All of our readers used it as well. But we're now going to discuss it with Sensei this morning. We're going to go through the numbers, go through what it means. We might even talk SpaceX as well, because now all the money I've made in the markets, I'm ready with a lot of money, maybe up to $1 million live. All that will be shared, of course, exclusively on Discord. But for now, give him a warm welcome. Welcome on the show. Here he is, the man back in the seat, live on the breakfast show. Sensei, good morning to you, sir. How the devil are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on the show.
Absolutely great. Spot on analysis as always. Great show, great numbers. I think everyone really enjoyed seeing you back on air this morning. Let's have a quick look in the poll. We're running a poll now.
Yeah,
saying,
I was nervous.
You should be, mate.
I was nervous. I just had to have a look at the poll before I showed my face.
Yes. Did you enjoy seeing Sensei back on the breakfast show? Yes, no, couldn't care less, not bothered. 84% said yes. If you'd like to see Sensei back every day on the breakfast show, this will mean, of course, Sensei is going to have to give the baby to his wife full time. She's going to love that. Anyway, if you want to see Sensei here every morning, bright and early, before me on The Breakfast Show, blow up the chat with yeses. Copy and paste it. I want to see some real passion. If it's no, copy and paste no. Not bothered, copy and paste not bothered. If it's yes, light up the chat. Do you want to see him back every day on The Breakfast Show? Right, Sensei, let's get straight into the numbers. Interesting numbers. I think you can break it down for me in a very unique way. I'd love you to do that. We can see my portfolio is up in a defensive play. Even though we've trimmed and we've sold off margin, we're still up nearly 1% today, and that's not amplified with margin. So that's quite something. I think you'll agree. The S&P at the moment is trying to bounce back. Interesting. And as a quick look at crypto, we did just look at it. A little bit of a spike on XRP and Bitcoin, but I want to get your thoughts on what you're seeing today, next week, what you might think from SpaceX, and where you see it going for the rest of the year.
Okay, let's start off with the numbers we got today. I spent probably about 8 hours researching.
It was one of your best newsletters, may I say. If everyone hasn't got this, folks, we have our own award-winning newsletter. And very exciting, if you're on Discord, which is just a couple of bucks, you can get 40% off our newsletter. Yeah. Fantastic. And the price you get it is the price it stays. It's incredible. And it's not just one or two lines or a bit of information. It's not made from AI. We do our own research. Sensei does his own work. As you heard there, 8 hours of research to bring you this report. And not only people go, I don't want a newsletter. I don't want to read. I just want to go on YouTube. You also get the trading indicators, and may I say, your trading indicators have been absolutely spot on, fantastic. Nearly as good as me beating the market 3 years in a row. But why am I up so much? I use Sensei's trading indicators and a training course provided free. We have a training course. Very few people talk about this. You don't like to boast about it. You're very humble, but I'm going to tell everybody because there's nothing humble about me. I couldn't care less. I'll tell everybody how it is. Sensei's got a training course which we could sell for $1,000 and more because it's that good and that useful. You can get it for free. We gave it you free inside the newsletter, including the trading indicators. Well, you can today with our link here get the newsletter. And I'm going to give you Discord at the same time so you can actually pick up the whole thing with a great discount. There it is. If you want to just go with the newsletter without Discord, you can do that as well. We're just giving you the top tip of how you can get all the best deals, all right? Sensei, I've taken enough of your time. You've called in and all I'm doing is talking over you. So let me hear the numbers from you.
I'll give you the numbers. And just a top tip to everyone. If you join Discord first, you get Discord for free, basically. Because if you join Discord for a few dollars and then you get 40% off, it gives you like Discord access for 6 months, 12 months for free. So that's the best way of doing it.
How about it?
Join Discord, and obviously you get all the other perks that come with Discord, and then you can get the newsletter. But anyway, so we got the numbers today, and they were literally exactly what the research suggested. I wasn't too hawkish going into this inflation report because I think inflation has topped out. And in our report this morning, we said that core month over month. Am I out of sync?
No, you're spot on.
I'm not. Okay. On my screen, I'm out of sync. Don't worry.
Don't worry about your screen. Don't worry about your screen.
Yeah. Let me just remove my face. I'll just show your face so I can.
Let me put that over there when I got you here. There we go.
That's fine.
Carry on.
So core came in at 0.2%. So everything came in at consensus. Core month over month came in lower. And then the next thing we want to look at, which is not really published, you have to go into documents, which we looked at, was shelter. That came in at 0.3%. And if you look at our cheat sheet, on the cool scenario was exactly what happened. So this was a cool CPI report. So a lot of people said that within the report is that inflation is spreading, but it's very clear now that actually it looks like the only thing causing inflation properly is oil prices, and oil topped out in May. Maybe we jump back up if the war continues or something bad happens. Maybe oil goes back to 120, but the most likely scenario now is oil has topped out at 120, 110 last month, $100 last month, and now we're at $90. So the biggest thing that was causing inflation to go up is probably done. It's probably topped out. So today's CPI print is probably the peak of this cycle of inflation. So core came in slightly lower. The headline numbers is what the media is going to talk about, 4.2% year over year, the highest in 3 years. And we can look past that. We don't want to look at what the media is just pushing out. It was high. It's concerning. It's something to take into consideration. But looking forward, it's probably just going to start coming down now. And also, everyone was worried about shelter. The core inflation shelter actually came in at 0.3%. That's half of April's 0.6% number. Rent came in at 0.4%. So April, we were worried that April CPI was going to be the underlying inflation trending up. But today confirmed that it's not a trend. It was just one of those data points you get. So we're not trending up on shelter and rent, where it's actually down. Energy was bigger than ever, but that's old news because of obviously what's going on in the Middle East. So gasoline's up, but it's already down because oil is already back at $91. And the rest of core was actually deflationary. Core goods was negative 0.1%. New vehicles was negative 0.3%. Medical commodities was negative 0.3%. Used cars was flat. Motor insurance was negative 1.7%. Transportation services was negative 0.6%. The only thing that wasn't deflationary in the rest of core was airfares. Airfares were up 2.7%. But again, that's probably due to oil prices. And food was up 0.2%, but that came down from 0.5%. So if you take out fuel from today's inflation, there is literally almost no inflation in the report. So inflation could be topping out. That could be good short term. I mean, I've got long-term concerns, as you've got some sort of medium long-term concerns in the market. But for the short term, going to SpaceX, that's good. Going into Kevin Walsh next week with the FOMC, he's going to say, I'm going to look through this. So yeah, as you got on the screen there, the Walsh wildcard. I mean, he's going to come out next week and he's probably not going to be too bearish, and he's probably going to get rid of all those hawkish rate hike fears that the market is really pricing in, probably a bit too aggressively. I just looked at the Fed Watch tool, and it's suggesting a small chance of rate hike next week, and a quite a large chance of multiple rate hikes this year, and that's the market pricing it in. And I don't think we should be pricing in rate hikes at this point for this year. So
I agree with everything you've just said there. However, numbers don't make the market. They give us an indication of where we go next. Remember that the economy is 6 months behind the market. The market is predicting what comes next. And very often, sometimes good news means the market goes down. Sometimes bad news and the stock goes up. We're waiting for an inflection point. We're waiting for the market to adjust. Sometimes when we have potentially good news, like you've just addressed, like we've got inflation topping off, this could be it, subject to the war, continuing in and all that kind of stuff. And I totally understand and agree with all that. And what SpaceX might do for the market, and could it crash, carry trades, all these other external macro conditions down the line. Very often when we get some news like we got this morning, which is maybe a signal that we've topped out in inflation, it's where the market sells off, because it can take profit here. We've seen this so many times, drive it down to buy it back. That's how Wall Street make money. That's how hedge fund managers make money. They've got to be careful, and they treat good news as an opportunity to sell, drive the market down because they control it, not us. And then we all buy back, and then we go back higher. And that will even fit in with things from Tom Lee, for example. Tom Lee is a permabull. I'm not really a fan of Tom Lee anymore because I think his predictions are absolutely rubbish, to be quite honest with you. But I'm having a few issues this morning trying to move my screens around. All my buttons are broken, but anyway, never mind. I'm going manual. I'm driving it on my manual stick this morning. I'm having to press the buttons rather than the Stream Deck. It's like I can't even find the buttons. Anyway, so this might be an opportunity because we all agree, generally speaking, the S&P earnings was good. Businesses are good. Google is a good business. Nvidia is a good business. All of these things are good businesses, right? We understand it. Generally, the economy is generally okay. Okay, there's other macro conditions, other concerns, but I do think that this presents opportunity for the market to correct at least to 10%. We've already done 5. You told me yesterday from the top to where we were at the low yesterday was 5%, right? That's a correction. I think that tells the market, let's trim, let's go down and then reset and go again. So, of course, I feel it was the right thing to do to take that profit at the top lots, pay off the margin, stop paying $40 a day, which is what I was paying, $300,000, $250,000. Still want to be defensive, and as we can see, that is still outperforming today. There's all 100% Coca-Cola going up, right? The S&P, if you look at it here, is down, trying to go up. It's also selling off at the same time. I think we've got to look past all the numbers. The numbers are great. We love numbers, but at the end of the day, we've got to look past the numbers because numbers give us an idea of what comes next, but it doesn't tell us what. And as I speak and as I say that, look at this. If this would have been a great moment, if this would have been a go signal, we'd be going up right now. Now, of course, things can change on the bell. But at the end of the day, what we're seeing right now is, in my opinion, confirmation of what I've been saying. Inflation is a problem. It's not going away quick enough. Now we're seeing a nice little rally. There we go. Look at that. Coca-Cola is starting to pick up because I'm just showing you my overall portfolio because 100% Coca-Cola, right? And the S&P is now starting to go off. So what I would be looking to do today, I'll tell you right now, what I'll be looking to do, and you can follow my trades, of course, exclusively on YouTube Electrum and on Discord, is this. I'll be looking to take more profit out of Coca-Cola today because really where I want to be is 35-40% Coca-Cola right now, defensive. I then want to be 25%, 20% VUG, which is growth, which is my Googles, which is my Nvidias, all this kind of thing. And then the rest, I want to be all in the S&P 500. I believe in being in the market is always better than being out and expecting a crash and so on. Because if you've made money and you use your trades wisely and you have all the different lots and you rotate, because as one goes up, one goes down, and you keep rotating at the right lots at the right time, even in a crash scenario, it's better to be in the market. Now, me and Sensei might disagree on that. He might say, if you know a crash is coming, get all out, sit all in cash, sit the whole thing out. But of course, you can't predict when. Now, you can buy the bottom, because I've shown you, I've done it for 3 years in a row, by pivoting and going with conviction and selling top lots, because nothing goes straight down, nothing goes straight up. But right now, looking at this, my Coca-Cola is running. It's gaining momentum. Now, remember, folks, I'm up 1%. That's not amplified because of margin. I'm not in margin right now. So I'm doing extremely well to be up that much. I think you'll all agree. The S&P is now starting to sell. So I'm looking now, I will tell you, spoiler alert, I'm looking to take some profit, more profit, start bringing down Coca-Cola, start nudging in. While I'm waiting, I'll have a bit maybe in SGov. I'm trying to hold out till Friday because on Friday, of course, is the ex-dividend date for Coca-Cola. But that also brings me on to SpaceX. Now, we are doing something very, very special on SpaceX. So let me end this video. Sensei, would you mind staying with me? I'm going to promote SpaceX. Yeah. Wonderful. Thank you very much indeed. Right. So there you go. That's our update today for the markets. But we're now going to talk about SpaceX. You might want to click the card, join us for the next part. If you're watching live, you're already here. You're sitting down with a cup of tea. Click above my head for all the links down below in the description. Over here is the SpaceX event. Here is my trades exclusively on Discord. And down here, my Instagram for behind the scenes. Members only, folks. That's a very exclusive club. When we launched it 2 days ago, we broke Instagram. There was a waiting list to get in. I've never seen anything like it. I thought, wow, I'm famous now. Anyway, so there you go. Stay right where you are if you're watching live. I'm going to come right back with you right after this. Take care of yourselves and each other. Okay, so here we go. SpaceX, the day has arrived. I've got a special guest with me to discuss it live on the show. We are preparing one almighty event for you like you've never seen before. We're going to be live from midnight. When the world is asleep, yep, you knew we would always be doing more than anyone else, working harder, delivering more, the SpaceX IPO. As expected, as I predicted, if I could make some money before Friday, I would, and I have. I've made a lot of money. I've 3x the market this year, 3 years in a row, 2x last year, 3x this year, nearly 4x actually. And as we speak, it's actually nearly 4x. But on Friday, from midnight, we're going to cover the IPO of SpaceX. And now I have 100 grand to buy it because I've made the money the old-fashioned way. Let's have a look at my position. I've got Sensei live with me on the show to discuss all of this. Look, here we go. Year to date, 23%. The S&P is up 7%. So we've nearly 4x the market. Not bad. How much money have I made this year? $122,000. That number is very specific. 22 is about 20%. 20% of what? Tax. 22,000 goes to the tax man. $100,000 precisely goes to SpaceX. Talk about predictions, talk about precise trading. I deserve an award, don't you agree? Anyway, let's bring Sensei into the show. He's going to discuss it with me today. We're going to discuss SpaceX, the IPO, what we're going to provide for you, how you can be part of it, and what it's all about. Let's bring Sensei live onto the show. Good morning, Sensei. Wonderful to have you here. Everyone loved your breakfast show this morning, and thank you very much for being here. Sensei.
Thank you for having me on. Congratulations on your trades.
Yeah. I must say, I'm kind of like surprising myself. Yeah, I think I'm going to subscribe to my own channel and watch myself back in the afternoon. Oh, I'm loving it. Right, it has been a very good run. The information I'm getting is spot on, and it really is just something else. But I'd like to thank you because a lot of the information I get is not only from my audience. I learn more from my audience than they learn from me, but I also get a lot of my information from your trading indicators, your newsletter, your training course, all of these things I highly recommend everyone get. So it's pinned to the top. It's below in the description of this video. You might want to get it. I'll also put it in the live chat as we are live right now. I've just had some breaking news from William, our admin. The SpaceX channel in Discord is now launched. It was launched a few moments ago. It's going to be explosive because I'm going to be sharing all of my trades in there exclusively, not on Instagram, not on YouTube, YouTube Electrum members, and in Discord for live training and everything else. Sensei, what do you think? So from midnight, we're going to be live. That'll be 6 a.m. in the morning for you. We'll have a conversation later if you felt you wanted to at some point during the night. For you, it'll be the morning. Want to call in? We'll discuss about it later. But the stream will run from midnight. Numbers, data, information. Sensei might be calling in. We'll see what happens. But there will be text and information on the screen, live chat, and then in the morning you will see whether I get my allocation. Now, why are we going to go at midnight? Because that's when the real money's made. I'm going to be in the studio, in my pajamas, in a sleeping bag, on the phones. You'll see me talking to those people I always talk about. Banks, hedge funds, see where they're going, see what they're going to do. And in the morning, you'll see whether I get my allocation or not and see what we do about it. Sensei, what's your thought on SpaceX? And are you planning to do anything later in the day as well yourself?
Yeah, so SpaceX is going to be very interesting. It is obviously an amazing company. What we're all concerned about is the valuation. And that doesn't mean we can't make money. So I am expecting quite a nice pot to begin with. And that's why I'm also getting involved with the SpaceX IPO. Here in the UK, it's normally quite hard to get access to these IPOs. But obviously, SpaceX has made a nice deal. And it's coming to UK. And I think they want the stock to pop so that they make their money and they've got their friends and family deal and they want to dump it on us. But if we get out soon enough, we can make some money as well. a lot of retail will buy this and say, I'm going to buy this and it's going to go to the moon and we're going to hold it forever. But unfortunately, those are the ones that are going to be the exit liquidity, and those are the ones that are probably going to lose. So we need to play this very precisely. That's why we're going to be live essentially for the whole day. I'll be covering the news throughout the night as well. I'll be on that Discord channel. I'll be here on YouTube, and then once the IPO goes live, I will also be live on YouTube to give you all the news. We'll be covering it and potentially seeing an exit through the close of Friday. I'd quite like to be out the stock before the bell, and I don't really want to be holding it throughout the weekend if we can get a push. So we'll be covering all of that on the day. I'm also going to be releasing the full final playbook for the SpaceX. I'm going to go through all the numbers, the S1 filing, the SEC filings, the numbers, the levels I want to be selling, what we're expecting the float, how much we can move, what percentage I want to get out. So that playbook will be coming out on the morning of the SpaceX. I want to leave it to last moment so I get as much information as possible, and that'll be released to the newsletter members and a snippet of it to the Discord members. So if I can give that tip again, if anyone wants to join the newsletter, go to the link in the description, join Discord first, and then Discord members get 40% off. So if you get the Discord first, you're paying a few bucks, you'll essentially get Discord for free for 6 months, because you're going to get a 40% discount. So if you go to Discord, sign up, and then in the process, you can even say you want to be a newsletter member, and we'll give you that. So on Friday, the full playbook's coming out. I'm going to look at all the numbers, but yeah, I am going to be in. I'm very, very confident in that, and I'll be live as well to trade out that position if I do get allocated. And here in the UK, Trading 212 and Revolut are offering the IPO.
Fantastic. I'll tell you what we're going to do in a moment. We're going to wrap this video up. Sensei can join me for a little while longer. We'll do live onboarding. We normally only have 2 members a day join us on Discord because I don't want thousands of people. It's got nearly 800 members now. We want the best Discord server, like we have on Instagram subscribers, very select audience, and I think 88 now subscribers, very private audience. And the reason why we do these exclusive clubs, if you like, is it's not about selling things. It's not about getting sponsors and getting money from elsewhere. Me and Sensei both make money doing our job. We make money investing. We win on the market. So we want to help people and build a community. And how do we make money? We learn from you. We understand the value of building a community. A community is not a place just to sell it and let's have sponsors and let's do this and let's do that and let's get as many people as possible. The reason why we only have a couple of people a day join is because we like to communicate live. When we do our stage events, it's live. A couple of days ago, we had I think yesterday morning, 120 people joined me for a stage event in Discord. 120. The day before, it was 100. 120 yesterday. And there's no algorithm pushing that out. That's just investors gathering together to make money and win. And we are a very powerful community. And what we want is good people, great people, not people that just pay us $2. That's very nice. Thank you very much. But time you take out the tax and the Discord commission, all right, I might get $1. I'm not doing all this for $1. I'm 12 hours a day in this studio. Look at my portfolio now. Was I right again? Was Martyn right again? Is Martyn beating the market again? You bet your arse he is. Is the S&P starting to go down? Yes, it is. Was Martyn right again? Yes, he is. How's he do it? I don't know. It's amazing. So if you want to join us on Discord, I must admit it is going rather well at the moment. I'm going to get it wrong in a minute. It's going to crash and everyone's going to go, you got it completely wrong. But until then, we love you. Then we'll hate you. But anyway, the fact of the matter is, we want to do something special for our audience. We love doing this. We feel it's an honor and a privilege. This is why I've assembled the team that I have. Myself, Sensei and Vaz, all the same thing. We care about our audience. We don't feel like rock stars on YouTube. We feel privileged to be able to do it. At the end of the day, you're only here because the algorithm shows you, because you're clicking and YouTube make money. So they show you. Where we feel rock stars, and we really do, is on Discord, because you choose to be there. There's no algorithm and you pay for a ticket. And we do feel like rock stars. I feel like a rock star on Instagram as well, because 80 odd people in 2 days have subscribed to an exclusive service. That's great. There's no algo. It's not pushing it out. It's private. So if you want to join us, what we're going to do now, we're going to wrap up this video as I finish my thoughts on SpaceX. And then if Sensei stays with me, we can have a chat. Or if he wants to go off, he can. But we're going to onboard you live into Discord, because we need Sensei as well, because some of you want the newsletter. And if you drop in your email for the newsletter, Sensei will onboard you first. All right? Because that might be why you're there. You might go, I don't want Martyn. I just want the newsletter. Some of you might want both. To be fair, most do. To be fair, most want me, if I'm honest, but I can't say that because Sensei's literally here. It's embarrassing, right? But I said it anyway. So it's up to you. You can join, not join, both, either. As Sensei said, get in the Discord, then you get the best deals. It's amazing. It's just fantastic. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to onboard you live right now. So we're going to wrap up my SpaceX thoughts with this, because this is going to be its own little video. On Friday, SpaceX goes live. Let's be absolutely clear what this is and what this isn't. This is the most ridiculously insane valuation there's ever been. The most oversubscribed, most overhyped thing in history. It's ridiculous. Now, I'm not going to share my trades on how I'm going to do it on the show, but let's just say I might not be hanging around too long. Should we just say that? Should we just say that? I've just said it, all right? You're not supposed to, but we know how the rules work, and we bend them before they break. So anyway, we're going to do certain things, and all my Discordians will be in on everything from midnight during the night. Sensei, you might want to get off and do whatever you're doing. You've been on very long this morning. I'm going to do some onboarding now, live on the show for Discord. If you want to either stay with me, join me, or you can get off air, but if you can watch Discord and on board people for the next 15 minutes, I think. We've got the bell in a minute as well. So right after the bell, we'll onboard everybody and we'll get you all in. Have we got time? 9 minutes? No. Maybe a bit tight. We'll onboard you. We'll ring the bell. We'll onboard everybody just after that, and Sensei will be monitoring it. So there we go. That's it from me. Thank you very much for joining me. Sensei, final thoughts for you for trading SpaceX. Just give me a punchline.
Final thoughts would be it will all be in that playbook. I'm going to release probably the best newsletter ever because I'm going to spend 2 days researching everything you need to know about it. So Friday morning, keep an eye out for the playbook for SpaceX.
That's it. And then what we'll do, we'll give you information from what we've sourced throughout the night from midnight, little bits in the YouTube chat, keep you updated, links into the newsletter should you wish to get the whole thing. But we're going to give everyone as much information as possible so you are prepared. And that's why I'm going to be up from midnight on the day in my sleeping bag in the studio. It's going to be really fantastic. Anyway, Sensei, thank you very much for joining me. I'm going to let you go. Say hello to my little mate. Love him to bits. There you go. I'm looking out. Tell him Martyn's looking out for him, right? Kenny Baker, R2D2, the man inside the robot of Star Wars, took care of me. I'm now taking care of my little mate. That's how it goes. You pass it on. Brilliant. The circle of life. Pretty good, isn't it? There you go. All right, Sensei, thank you very much indeed. There we go. Great stuff. Sensei did a great show this morning. We loved it. It was amazing. So let's get ready. We're beating the market. 8 minutes to go. 7 minutes to go. The S&P is now selling off. My portfolio is going up again. We're beating the market again. Click above my head for all the links down below in the description. Over here, you will see the SpaceX event. Down here and here, you'll see the links to, not right now, it's live, but later on, you'll see the links to Discord for everything, the newsletter, the cheat sheets, you name it, the whole bloody lot. And of course, behind the scenes with exclusive content on Instagram, subscriber only. That's it from me. Stay where you are. If you're live, we're about to cover the live and then onboard everybody who wants to join. Sensei is going to be doing it as well in the background. That's it from me. Take care of yourselves and each other. Okay, we are back with the open. Are you ready for the open? So what we're going to do is I'm going to give everyone this link, because right after the bell, once we've had the explosion of the markets, we're going to give everyone the chance to get on Discord today. Sensei is going to help me. We're going to do some serious onboarding. We've now got the SpaceX channel as well. Let me just go and look at that. Is it available to me yet? It's like, it's not always available to me. I'm not a subscriber. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. SpaceX. There we go. Bloody hell. I didn't have Virgin Galactic posted either. What do you say about that? Let's have a look. SpaceX. There it is. SpaceX. I like the little thing. We've got a little space satellite. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. And as I can see, it's already busy in the SpaceX channel as well. Fantastic. People are already jumping all over SpaceX. Great. Okay, that's it. Let me see. How long have we got now? 5 minutes. Let's start our onboarding process right now. So, Nardi, now you are selected. We don't... Oh, look at my portfolio. Oh, hello. Hello. Let's pay close attention. Let's pay close attention. $82.31. Very interesting. That's interesting. We're doing very well today. Okay. So let's start our onboarding. We got 4 minutes to go. Please, when you apply appropriately. Consider we only let certain people in. If you start talking rubbish, nonsense, you've got no chance. Answer the questions properly. So Nardi has asked to join. Sensei is also monitoring this as well. If you are after the newsletter, Sensei will take care of that. He's literally doing it at the same time as me. So here we go. We're going to start bringing you in now. I'm going to give you the questions. It takes 8 minutes to get through our service. You have to be interviewed. You have to watch a little video. So please do it properly. Don't try and cheat it. You're just wasting your time, not mine. I've got processes to take care of that. So stop wasting your own time. Okay, Nardi, I've just processed you. How long have we got to go? 4 minutes. My next one. Andy, to be part of the community that followed on YouTube for over a year now. Thank you so much indeed. All right. You are after me. You don't want Sensei. He never said that. He didn't say, I don't want Sensei. He just didn't say he did. All right. So, it is what it is. What I mean by that is when people put they've got the newsletter already. I'm not having a go. I am, but, Sensei can live with it. He's a big boy. Right. There you go. There's Andy. What we got now? We've got JJ. Learn stocks and ETFs as a beginner, as a young person, to invest for the future. Watching the S&P. I'm watching Coca-Cola. That's getting very exciting. Interview you. JJ, 2 minutes ago. You won't miss the bell. Don't worry. We'll be there for it. I'm just trying to process. Sensei's also jumping in here as well. So if you want to get on board with Sensei, then you can. J Hope, because you want tired, keep okay. I think we're going to reject that one. Okay, reject that one. Oh, there we go. That's not a good one. You do get it. You do get it. Stephen Joseph, to learn more about opinions, to be able to trade with a conviction. How long have we got now? 1.5 minutes. I can get you in, Stephen, or at least I can start your application. And I'll do it live on the show as well for everybody that wants to be part of it. I've just sent you your video. There you go, Stephen. Taking care of you. We've also got our admin as well, which is which is William taking care of people as well. Looking to view and follow with Martyn's journey. That's Ben. Hello, Ben. Good morning to you. How long have I got now? 1 minute to go. Have I got time to do the last couple? Let's see if we can get them done. And then I can admit you in live on the show once you've watched the video, answer the questions. BD. Not sure about this one. Let's take the appropriate action. How long to go? 45 seconds. Right, I'll come back to this in a minute then. I want to make sure that we ring the bell on time. That's kind of important, isn't it? Right, we'll come back to that. My portfolio is absolutely exploding. Martyn is beating the market again, not by a little bit, by an insane amount. Again. Oh, my dear Gideon. Anyway, it is what it is. Right, let's get ready to ring the bell in 20 seconds indeed. Are you ready to rumble? 10 seconds to go. Here we go. 10 seconds to go on the market. We're beating the market again in 3, 2, 1. Thunderbirds are go.
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony.
There we go. We've beaten the market again. 3x the market, 4x the market this year. 3 years in a row. We've beaten all the market for 3 years. 3x to 4x this year. No one has beaten the market like we have consistently. Hedge fund managers, Wall Street managers, absolutely everybody for 3 years in a row. We deserve a bloody medal. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, take it or leave it. That's the way it is. Here we go. Now we've got the S&P down this morning, trying to push up, not sure what to make of these numbers. Neither am I. I don't think they're that good, to be perfectly honest. They're okay, but we shall see where we go next. Virgin Galactic is down again. Be careful. They're going to dilute and take more money. Palantir is down this morning. It's way too expensive. Gold, is it a hedge? Is it my arse? It does absolutely nothing. Doesn't make any money, doesn't have a yield, doesn't produce anything. Pointless. You're just hoping that somebody might buy it and pay more than you. That's it. It doesn't protect you against inflation. That's a fact. Doesn't protect you either. It does nothing. Sensei will disagree with me. Many people do. That's up to you. I don't buy gold. Amazon, it's great. It's too expensive. Tech, topped out. Apple, we had the pump a few days ago because when we had the information around the new Siri and the Google deal, that was quite exciting. That's why it popped. Then it sold off. Too expensive. Enphase Energy. Today, we might see it go up towards that $100 target. There you go. It's going as I speak. Why? Because today's numbers mean we're not going to get rate hikes. We're going to get a pause, which is not good for Enphase. But Enphase sold off because we thought we were going to get rate hikes. This is good. Good time to buy Enphase because it's not exploding right now. It's a time to accumulate. Enphase Energy going to $100. Coca-Cola. My portfolio again is beating the market. I mean, what can I say? I'm beating the market again 3 years in a row. I pick the winners again. Why? Because I do the numbers. I do the research. I buy the value and I always win. I always get it done. J&J, defensive, going up. Not as exciting as Coca-Cola. It's not going to be, is it? Chevron Oil, going up as well. More uncertainty in the Middle East. It's not over. That's not over by a long chalk. Oil, going up. Tesla. Tesla will pay a massive price for the SpaceX IPO. When SpaceX IPOs, Tesla will be taken over and Tesla could go down to $80 to $100. All the bros, they're going to get wiped out. McDonald's, up today. It's a defensive play. We like McDonald's here. Defensive play, McDonald's all the way for me to $300. Google, what on earth was Greg Abel doing? He's no Warren Buffett. He bought it at the top. He bought it at the wrong time. Nothing wrong with buying it at the top. Before a crash, before a pullback. He's no Warren Buffett. I wish him the best, but he's no Warren Buffett. Microsoft, too expensive, going down. Meta, too expensive, going up, but it can't do well in these climates. Look at my portfolio, still beating the market, another $6,000 again today. All of my Discordians who follow me every day, they follow all my trades. They're loving it, loving it, loving it. They're all winning. They're all making an absolute fortune. Congratulations to all of you that buy with conviction. There's the rundown for the day. Nvidia, starting to get interesting. Not buying it yet. It's not there yet. It's getting there, but it's not there yet. I will first of all move into VUG. Again, I'll share that exclusively on Discord and Electrum. Nowhere else will you get my trades and know what I'm buying. We do not do it for clicks. Look at my portfolio. Absolutely exploding. Another all-time high. Margin paid off. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it this morning. Tilray Brands, no value whatsoever. Whoever keeps buying that keeps losing their money, keeps losing. It's got no value whatsoever. Robinhood going up, no idea why. Cathy Wood, a good speaker, but talks absolutely nonsense and very, very selfish. It is not a good buy at $86. Vertical Aerospace caught the bug, of course, from SpaceX, but I wouldn't be buying it here. It makes no sense whatsoever for now. Joby Aviation, the whole eVTOL sector, not a good buy for me right now. Bitcoin going up. Well, great, but I'm not buying it right now. I've got $10 of Bitcoin. I sold at the top. I made some money. I'm always winning on it. I bought at $10. I bought $10 worth of Bitcoin. I bought $10 of XRP, even though these are my favorite coins to own, and Ethereum, but I'm not buying them yet. And if I miss them, I don't care. I can make more money with buying Coca-Cola and the S&P 500 at the right time. Don't believe me? I've done it 3 years on a row. Let's just break that down and show you on the screen. Year to date now, the S&P 500 is up 6.8. Year to date, 6.8. Let's look at Bitcoin. Year to date, down 43%. Let's look at Martyn Lucas's portfolio with no options, no shorts, no guessing, no gambling. Let's go to stocks and ETFs. Year to date, we're up 24, nearly 25%. That's over 4x the market. What about it? No guessing, no gambling, no shorts. What about it? And we haven't done it once. We've done it 3 years in a row. 125 grand, 20,000 is for tax. Boom, take it out. The other 100,000 is for SpaceX. We've now made the money. We can now buy a bit of fun, SpaceX. But again, we're going to do it exclusively on Discord. There is the roundup of the day. I hope you enjoyed that. It was exciting to make it because it's just so bloody brilliant, isn't it? So bloody brilliant. All right, there we go. There's our rundown for the day. Okay, folks, what we're going to do now is we're going to go over very shortly to Discord for our stage event. It's at 10 a.m. every single trading day, which is in an hour and 20 minutes. So what we're going to do now is we're going to continue our onboarding process. Sensei is helping me at the same time. We've got our very own XRP channel community, our very own SpaceX community, where we're going to be trading live throughout the night, preparing our positions, that is, I should say. But anyway, let me give you for the final time your Discord application. I'm now going to do this for you now. Here we go. Right, so let's close the poll. I asked you, did you enjoy seeing Sensei back on the breakfast show? Yes, no, not bothered. The answer was 80% said yes, I'll take it. 9% said no. I love it. And 11% said couldn't give a damn. All right, there we go. Let's go with the 80% that said yes. All right, we love it, love it, love it. All right, let's go back over the Discord, do a few more onboardings, and then I shall get off. So, Johnny B. Bad, been watching you on YouTube for a week. I like what you're doing and how you're beating the market. Would like to be part of it. You're very, very welcome, sir. All right, so let's see if we can get you processed through our application. So I'm doing live onboarding now. Johnny B. Bad, I'm Johnny B. Good. How about that? There is your application. You now need to answer the questions, do it properly, take the time. Jason Fallon. be part of an incredible community and pave a way to financial freedom. Wonderful. The community is incredible. Expect over 100 people again today for our stage event. That's at 10 a.m. Central in an hour and 20 minutes from now. So let me bring in Jason Fallon. Is that the Jason Fallon, our gold member on YouTube? Let me drop that in there. Okay. Morris, let's have a look at Morris. Have a second income or live off trading. Well, I actually earn more investing than I do than my job. That's absolutely right. I actually do. So I'm a professional trader. Ooh, didn't even realize that. I guess I am, right? I earn more from my trading than I do from working. That's mental. I just realized that. All right. Have we got anybody else that needs onboarding? Just going to do it now. Once I've completed this, once I see no more, I'm going to end the show. Nardi. I've done Nardi. I've done Andy. I've done Jay. I had to ban a few. There was a few idiots. You always get a few idiots larking around. Dave Colston. Oh, you've applied before. Now, if you've applied before, you get a letter from me saying, why would you like to join this time? So it's for security reasons. I want to know why you want to join this time. You joined before. Things didn't work out for one reason or another. So now you have an opportunity to tell me why before we consider a new application. Jan. Not so sure this looks right, but we'll give it a go. Right, the portfolio is going through the roof. Okay. And don't forget, once you're inside Discord, you can get a 40% discount to the newsletter. I mean, it's pretty amazing. This partnership that we have with Sensei is pretty outstanding. I'm going to be quite honest with you. Salty, to make more informed investment decisions. I'm a paid member of the Instagram channel already. Are you, Salty Seaman? That's what he calls himself, all right? I mean, people can call themselves what they want, right? Anyway, let's not make it weird. All right, there we go. Just tell you how it is. Yeah, I got to be honest, that's quite brave, isn't it? Next one is Banter. Banter. All Banter's been taken care of. Sensei's on top of it. Sensei's doing a good job. He's taking care of everybody. Yeah, he's down the list now. I'm going down and finding people taken care of. Sensei's taking care of people. All right. Let me just check. I've got about 10 to go through. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Right. Okay. Let me refresh it back to the top, and then I'm going to wrap that up. I'm not going to do any more today. You've had your chips. That's it. We're done. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over to the applications, and I'm going to go over to done, right. Okay. One application. Right here. So Nardi, I'm going to do one, and for the rest, I'm going to get off. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So Nardi has just gone through the application process, answered the questions correctly. Now what we do is this. And everyone's going to get this in the next 5 minutes, okay? Once you've watched the video, that is. All right? You'll either get rejected or you'll get this. You'll get a message from me like this. I've just dropped in, congratulations, you're done. I go over to my voice notes and I do this. I approve the application. The application is approved. Portfolio is booming. We don't even need to look at it anymore. Right? Now what we do is this. Hi Nardi, this is Martyn Lucas, the owner of the server. You may have seen me on YouTube TV. I've just approved your application. You now have just 1 hour. As I see you're online, and we do have a long waiting list to join our server. So if you choose Pro, it comes with our price guarantee. No price increase ever. No inflation ever. And as a Pro member, you can send me a friend request and I'll accept it for direct support and direct access. There you go. You don't get that with the standard plan. Also, you'll get all of my trades 24/7, not just during the trading hours. You don't get that with the standard plan. Also, you'll get 2-stage events every trading day, including Sensei stage shows. You only get 1 with the standard plan. Okay, and you also can play in the gaming channel where you win free Luca coins, which you can trade up for free prizes, and we're increasing them all the time. So there you go, and that's it. I look out for your subscription and your friend request. If I don't hear back from you within the hour, it will be cancelled out and you'll lose your place. And once you lose your place, the chance of getting a place on our server is extremely unlikely, as we do have a list of over 100. We're doing a special event today because of the SpaceX IPO. I wish you all the best. Good luck to you, and I'll check in with you in the next hour. Thank you. Right, that's what everybody gets. I've just literally left a voice message with that person, and just to show you I wasn't making that up or anything. All right, this is the voice message. Hi Nardi, this is Martyn Lucas, the owner of the server. All right, that's what everybody gets. Everything is real. There's no AI. Everything is personal. You get personal responses from me. That's why we only let a couple of people in a day. Today we're making an exception because of SpaceX, but you all get a reply from me like that. You all get my trades live like that. The stage events are all live with me. There's no AI, there's no bots, there's no nonsense. It's a real, useful server. All right, so there we go. I'm going to get off. Now, what we do now is this. We've got an extra service now. Before Discord, in fact, I'll create the Discord event first of all. The Discord event goes live in 1 hour and 15 minutes. So create the event. It's a staged channel. It's a pro event for pro investors. Remember, we do it twice a day. Wow, we are up. Again, all of our members are up again today. Right. It's at 10 o'clock. Let me put that in there. Let me give you an image. There we go. Do that. Next, I expect at least 100 people in today. Could be more than that. Create an event, because now we're getting very close to SpaceX event. Let me create the link. Put it in the chat. At everyone live event. All right, there we go. Yep, there's already 4, 5, 6 people waiting, and it's in 1 hour and 15 minutes. Yeah, I mean, literally, it's already 5, 6 people waiting, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm literally watching on the screen. It's an hour. It's going to be massive. All investors, all pro investors, really, really great. Okay, there's that done. Now then, while you're waiting, what I'd like to do is replay what you've just missed. A lot of information this morning was shared, a lot of a great discussion with Sensei. So we have a service that's now much greater, improved than ever before. So for those of you that tuned in late, for those of you that support the channel, who want to help us become the first 1 billion channel, you can help us by being proactive in doing this. Even if you watch the replay, even if you watch today's show, the whole thing, most of you might have done, a lot of our Discordians, particularly the Lucasades, they want to help the channel grow. So what we do is we replay, unlike Bloomberg, who play the same video every day over and over again, we replay what you've just missed, but it provides live conversation. So between now and 10 o'clock, 1 hour and 10 minutes, you could be talking to each other, discussing things, SpaceX, celebrating the wins, and all that other good stuff. But the point is you can be watching what you missed, but also if you've seen it, mute it. It helps the channel grow and helps us reach a wider audience, because other countries tune in at different times. So let me add today's show to the playlist, which I'm going to do now. You watch me do it on the screen. I'll show you what I do. And where is it? Extra channel restream. There it is. Done. Save. Go over here. Right. Okay. So I'll go over here and you watch me do it. And I'm going to send you all there right now. So there's the extra channel. I'll go over here to the extra studio. I refresh the screen. Add this latest live stream. There it is. Take it from the top. Take it to the beginning. Everything that you need for today. Replay the event. And boom, we're off to the races with all the live chat. Right. Do you see it? You've seen it done? Okay. I'm now going to send you to the extra channel. It's replaying what you missed. And for those that love the community, love the family, that want to help us grow around the world to become the first 1 billion channel, you might like to join us in Extra live right now. Let me just go live. There you go. Right. Live now on Extra. I'm going to onboard everybody on Discord for our Discord's on-stage event coming up shortly at 10 o'clock, 1 hour, 10 minutes from now. Live now on Extra. Let me pin that to the top. You can all see it. Replace the pin that's already there. Right. There you go, folks. That's it from me. Thank you very much indeed. I'm not selling any Coca-Cola here. I might start trimming if it goes above 83, 84. But to be honest with you, I want to be defensive because we got people already joining. Look at that. Look at that. In the first couple of seconds, we're getting people joining as members on Extra. The Extra channel will be bigger than the main channel because it's 24/7 around the world. Now, you can watch for free, listen for free. However, because it is 24 hours a day, we don't want bots and idiots coming in. We just only want real investors that are useful and helpful. So we've set a paywall of 99 cents as minimum as you're allowed to do it on YouTube. It's just enough to keep the idiots out because idiots have got no money and they can't even afford 99 cents. So let me just show you how it is actually live. Hi all. There you go. There's me in there, look. And you can see people are already becoming members. It's absolutely fantastic, right? Really, really cool. Right, so there you go. I will see you over on Extra. Everything you just missed. I love you all. I'll see you all in a bit for our on-stage event. 10 Central, which is an hour and 8 minutes from now on the hour. I'll see you there. Look out for more information. Get ready for the SpaceX event. We're going up again now. We're rallying. A lot of excited people this morning. We will be discussing some trades and what we do next, and of course, preparing for SpaceX. That's it from me. Join me now on Extra. Thank you, Sensei. That was great having you on the show today. Really loved it. See you on Discord in an hour, and of course, behind the scenes as well, in between all the events, exclusively, not sharing my trades, but I will be discussing my ideas and what I think when I'm walking around, doing private things behind the scenes on Instagram. Here is the link for Instagram. It is members only. It's 99 cents to be part of that club. And it's in between the shows behind the scenes. That's what it is. But all the trades are all on Discord, so you understand the difference of the services. YouTube TV is the TV show. The community is Discord. Behind the scenes, video, the thoughts is, of course, Instagram Pro. That's it from me. See you on Extra right now. I'll see you back in a bit. The market is pumping. There it is. No surprise. We're beating the market again. And is the S&P going down? Let's have a look. No, the S&P is coming up as well, but not by anything. Where the real action is here is in defensive. We're up 2% today. We're absolutely smashing it again. That's it from me. See you on Extra and see you on Discord. Take care of yourselves and each other. Bye-bye.